And we had a guest, listener, ask our guest last week, our last show, and ask if she lives out of town. She lives in Colorado, and if she could get his blood tests and all of that, looking for toxins and complete remedies for whatever's ailing you, finding the root cause and not just the Band-Aid approach. So, but if you're out of town, you can get everything delivered to your home. Just go through all of his page. You can get everything delivered at home. Any of the supplements, and this isn't like big box supplements. And we have some questions on that one too. So we'll be back right after these messages, and this is Kansas City.
Come to the Spirit of Health Wellness Center, where we determine the root cause of your health problems. While the medical system treats your symptoms, we treat the cause. The true diagnosis you need to hear are things like Lyme disease, mold toxicity, and heavy metal poisoning. Get real answers, hope, and take charge of your health through our detoxification programs and therapies. Shop over 200 varieties of organic bulk herbs and supplements in-store or online. Go to spiritofhealthkc.com. Spirit of Health, transforming lives through real health.
Now, Spirit of Health KC, like I said, you can get everything online, and you can also, we'll talk a little bit about the blood tests and everything that you do there, and you offer a lot of different blood tests that you can test for a lot of different toxins.
Yep.
One being mold, another one being...
Mold's a urine sample.
Mold, okay.
Yep. So some things are blood, some's urine, there's stool, there's hair. I wish you could check everything in one sample, but unfortunately you can't. So you got to check different samples depending on what you're looking for.
Lyme disease is blood.
Lyme is blood. All your nutritional deficiencies are blood. So blood work is fantastic. You can learn a lot through blood work. But when it comes to some toxins like mold and like the herbicides and pesticides and, those other toxins are mostly found in the urine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? Just come into your office or do you go down to LabCorp again?
Well, blood work is LabCorp, and then for all the other samples, if you're doing hair, urine, or stool, you get test kits mailed to your house.
I see.
Yep, and there's instructions, super easy, follow the instructions. FedEx overnights it to the lab in California, and it's pretty easy peasy. I can work with anybody anywhere.
And then you can have a consultation with them if they want, and that you can explain some of the results.
Well, it's included. I mean,
it's included.
Yeah, If somebody,
and you do it over...
Oh, yeah.
Zoom or
If somebody
whatever.
pays for a lab, I will go through the entire results with you.
Yeah,
That's important.
I talked to a neighbor of mine, and she went and had all this stuff done, all these tests done. She couldn't understand anything.
Got no explanation.
None.
No, it drives me crazy. Like, I really want to, you got to educate people. How can they take care of their own health and know what's going on if you don't educate people?
Right. They're trying to use, you're this and that. And, she couldn't understand a thing they were saying.
Yeah.
And
Doctors like to use big words so that they think they're smart. And you're not, right?
That's right.
I do the opposite. I know a lot, but I try to speak very plainly, logically, common sense, make sure they understand it. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to make sure people understand health.
Especially with the toxins, because that's like a brand new thing to them.
It is. It's a whole new world for a lot of people.
But if you're feeling ill and you're feeling sick, it's just chronic, and all they can give you is whatever kinds of meds they give you.
Right.
You can try to get to the root cause of that illness.
Well, we will. I mean, we know the test to run, and it's always something. It's, if you're sick and you're not feeling good, it's not for no reason. Like, there's a reason. So it's just, what is that reason? And we'll figure it out. And we help people get better. And we've done it thousands and thousands of times. So I'm very confident in that.
She's one of my neighbors, and she said to me, this is not one of your questions out there that you guys sent in, so I'll get to those. But she said that after she had all these tests done, she has, fatigue syndrome?
Chronic fatigue, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we talked about that on a last show or something, and I said, there's definitely something you can do.
Right.
So all the doctor said was to take the B vitamins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you chronic fatigue, right? You're tired. Why?
Why?
Right. That's the question. Why?
Yeah.
And I don't know until we talk about it, look at your history, run
Could
some
be
tests.
a toxic
problem. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is a toxin problem because it's not normal for somebody to be chronically tired all the time. So something's wrong. Something's not right. And it's always one of two things. I know I've explained this before, but not to overly simplify it. But the reality is it's either a deficiency, right? So if somebody really is deficient in B vitamins, it might help them.
Right.
So it's always a deficiency or a toxicity. So if you address whatever the deficiency is, you address toxicity, there's no reason you should be tired.
Okay. Now, to your questions here, we're going to try to go through the rest of these. Some of these, you guys have written some pretty good questions out here, so I picked out what we could. But I'm going to start simple. Is there a weight gain formula or a better product for weight gain if you're looking to gain weight?
Yeah, I would look to gain health versus gain weight. So if you're abnormally thin or can't gain weight, again, there's a reason. The first place I'd look is gut health and digestion, right? Are you breaking down your food, or you're digesting your food, or you're getting your nutrients out of your food? So I would eat if I was wanting to gain weight, I would eat a very nutrient-dense diet, which would be a diet that's a heavier on like fats, proteins, it's avoid the sugar and, the bad stuff, of course. But really the best way to gain weight is muscle. So lifting weights.
A protein shake or whatever if you want.
Getting enough protein, lifting weights.
Eat some eggs in the morning.
Yes. If you're doing those things, like let's say you're walking every day, you're lifting weights, you're eating protein, and you're still not gaining weight, like there's something wrong. And the first thing I'd look at is gut health and digestion. Check your stomach acid. Maybe you have low stomach acid. Maybe you need some digestive enzymes. Maybe you got parasites, right? Maybe you got parasites in your gut. You have parasites, and that can be a reason. There's a couple big things where people have abnormal weight loss and can't fix it. One is parasites, and another one is if you have extreme liver problems and liver congestion, like gallstones. You can actually have unexplained weight loss and not be able to gain weight. But it goes back to the organs are congested, clogged up, and not working right. So I would look at gut health, and I would look at liver, and again, I would eat protein, I would lift weights, and the fix is somewhere in there.
I don't know. I've got the opposite. I'm gaining weight.
Right. Most people have the opposite problem, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but, I said, I'm going to ask this question for you, and she has to work, so, of course she can't listen, but I will respond. She said, well, should I just eat a bunch of pasta and a bunch of crackers?
Carbs is the last thing you want to eat to try to gain weight, because that's not healthy weight. That's what we'd call like water weight. Those type of foods create inflammation in the body and excessive fat and weight storage. So you don't want to gain fat, right? We're not trying to gain fat. You want to gain muscle, not fat. So if you want to gain fat, eat tons of carbs and sugar. If you want to gain muscle, eat protein, healthy fats, and lift weights.
Lots of chicken, lean proteins.
It doesn't even have to be lean.
Turkey,
I mean, yeah, you can eat eggs and fish and, things that have some substance to it. Absolutely.
Okay. Next question. Is there something I can do about bone density? My doctor told me to take calcium, but I can't take vitamin D3. Does Spirit of Health carry calcium without vitamin D3?
So I'm not a big fan of calcium supplements. We do have a couple. The best thing for bone density is resistance. So I would say, again, it'd be weights. So if you're weak and you're older, walk every day. Do not underestimate walking. Have you ever seen those people out there walking down the street and they got their little 1 or 2 pound weights in their hand and they're kind of right? And you're kind of like, oh, look, there's that guy with the weight. Well, I would not laugh at him because
he's doing it right.
He's doing it right, and he's doing more than you are right now. So, right? So the resistance with the weight is very important. And so that can be walking, that can be bike riding, that can be doing some light weights, that can be like push-ups, pull-ups, like moving your own body weight. So really for bone density, resistance training of some quote unquote training of some sort is the most important. I don't think you need to supplement for increasing bone density. You can do some dairy, of course, because that kind of has some of the nutrients we need. I like fermented dairy the best, like kefir or yogurt, over eating, drinking milk and things like that. But from a nutrient standpoint and a supplement standpoint, I have one called calphinite. So CAL, like calcium, but it's called calphinite, and it's clay-based, and it's very well absorbed. And you take it with cod liver oil. So if you want to get something from me that I know is going to work and help with bone density, because I've actually seen women who have been diagnosed with osteoporosis and osteopenia.
Yes.
And I gave them 3 things to take. And they came back 3 months later, did another scan with the doctor, and had improvement in their bone density. So I 100% believe you can improve bone density. So here's the supplements to take. Again, most important is diet, weights, and walking, and sunshine. I will say those trump any supplement. But the supplement you'd take is the calphinite, which is a very absorbable clay-based calcium, no vitamin D or anything in it. Number 2.
What's it called?
Calphinite. CALPHONITE. Calphinite.
And you can find that on his website.
Correct. Number 2, we talked about it in past shows. It's good for everything. What is it?
Cod liver
oil. See, you knew it, man. Cod liver oil. Vitamin D, vitamin K, all of your fat-soluble vitamins is very high in cod liver oil. So it's actually very good for bone density to take cod liver oil. And number 3, we have a formula called bone and connective tissue formula. It's all herbal, no vitamins, no vitamin D or calcium or anything like that in it. It's herbal. And it's got bone knit in it. It's got comfrey in it. That's the nickname of comfrey root, is bone knit, because it's so powerful at mending and strengthening bones that it actually received that nickname in the herbal world as bone knit. So that's comfrey root, and it's going to have herbs that are high in silica, like horsetail.
Bone and what?
Bone and connective tissue formula.
Okay.
So it's got horsetail and some other herbs in it, but that's it. Those are the ones that work. You do that little plan with those supplements, and you will increase your bone density.
These 2 went together. I think you already answered it, but when the doctor said take calcium,
right?
There's no amount or anything. How much calcium can you take without hurting yourself?
You shouldn't take a high amount of calcium, and you shouldn't take it in a calcium carbonate form, which is basically like limestone. So just like anything else, it should come through food. So if we want to get calcium through food, what do we know is the best source?
Broccoli?
No. Dairy.
Dairy, yeah.
Right. Everybody's like, oh, for strong bones, you got to do dairy. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, so dairy is going to provide that source, assuming you do well with it, you handle it, you process it well, you can keep the sugar out. I'm actually drinking kefir right here. See, I got a little bottle of kefir.
What is that?
Kefir is a fermented dairy that has billions, if not trillions, of probiotics in it that's really good for your gut health. So it's going to have lots of minerals in it, and it's going to be good for your gut. So yogurt, kefir, even quality like aged cheeses, things like that. Butter.
That's just like a drink.
Yeah, it's a drink. Butter, those things are all good for bone building.
Yeah, now when we say butter, we mean real butter.
Real butter.
Yeah.
And it should look dark yellow. If it looks like white and pale, that's called an unhealthy cow.
By the way, we talked about the cod liver oil on the last time, and we also talked about beef liver and how, well, I went and I actually got it up at Whole Foods, and it's grass-fed, all organic, natural beef liver.
Oh, you bought liver?
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
And, it's grass-fed.
Yeah.
So I felt good. And I made liver and onions for myself.
Look at you.
Yeah.
And how'd it taste?
I love it.
You didn't bring me any?
Yeah, I ate it all. I ate it all.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, liver is a superfood. I think it's one of the best, most nutrient-dense foods you can eat. I would say eggs and liver are probably two of the most healthiest, from a nutrient profile, best foods you can eat.
A lot of vitamin D in it.
I put kefir up there, too. Dairy kefir. Yeah, dairy kefir.
And you buy that at Spirit of Health?
If there was something I was like, okay, what are the strongest, healthiest foods you can eat? I would say dairy kefir, eggs, and beef liver.
I'm wondering, though, how fermented milk would taste.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't get the sugary ones. I get the plain ones, and I think it tastes really, really good. People definitely have sugar addictions, and I've struggled with sugar too, of course. We all have. But when you get away from the sugar and you start eating more sour things and more bitter things, they actually start to taste good, and all of a sudden you're like, meh, like you don't even care for the sugar, like you don't even need it anymore. You don't even want it.
I can't stand sugar.
Oh, good.
I don't like the sweet taste.
Well, not like most people. Most people really have a hard time with being addicted to sugar
I know
and carbs.
that. I know that.
Yep.
I just never liked it. So
I think it's physical, but I also think it's spiritual. Like the Bible says, whatever you partake in, you become a slave to. So like if you start doing sugar all the time, like you just become a slave to sugar. But if you stop doing it and you start doing kefir and apple cider vinegar and other things that are more sour, bitter, things like that, your body, your taste buds, everything changes.
Can you deliver these things? Do you sell the cod liver oil?
We have cod liver oil. Yep.
And that can be shipped?
Oh, yeah.
And so can the carfinite?
Calphinite. Yes, like calcium, calphinite.
Calphinite, okay. Yeah. So all three of those remedies can be shipped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do have, it's called bone renewal. I don't know why that person can't take vitamin D, but last point is my favorite bone formula we have is called bone renewal. And it's really, really good because they've studied exactly what nutrients you need to build bone. Because we know you need boron, you need magnesium, you need vitamin D, you need calcium. Like we know the things that are important for bone health. Mm-hmm. It's all in that formula, but none of them are isolate. They are from plants. They're like from algae and different like food sources. And so it's more absorbable. So the bone renewal by Synergy probably is the best like product overall that has, all of if you're looking for those nutrients in a healthy form versus buying like the wrong form of calcium at Costco, right? Which is calcium carbonate, which is like limestone. Like if I wanted to get calcium in my body, I wouldn't go eat limestone, right? So it's kind of the equivalent of what some of the supplements out there are like, but you got to get it through food, and your supplements can be food-based or they can be rock-based.
Yeah, and that would seem to be very hard to digest.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now, next question. I heard that if I want to rehydrate or hydrate my body after whatever, to drink pickle juice. What is that? I don't know where they heard that. I just wanted to ask the question.
Yeah, I think I might have heard that, but pickle juice is vinegar.
Yeah, it's
right?
Just vinegar.
Usually things have vinegar in it. So I'm not sure why that is. If I probably did a quick chat GPT or Googled it, I'm sure there's maybe a good reason. I don't know on that. I
was curious because...
Yeah, I'd be curious too. I don't know if there's a specific nutrient in there. Here's my thought. I could be wrong, but what you need to get hydrated is... What mineral is crucial for hydration? Most crucial for hydration.
You got cod liver oil.
Salt.
Okay, right. But it's not table salt.
No, you don't want table salt. But salt, so you can't get water into your cells without salt. Salt is what opens the cells to allow the water in. So, like when we sweat and we taste, we lick our arm and we're sweaty, it's salty, right? Like we taste the salts coming out of our body in sweat. So we have to replace those salts. So what I do, or what I recommend to people is I have sometimes people put a little salt in water in the morning when they wake up.
Sea salt?
Yep. You can do a little sea salt or the Himalayan pink salt. There's something called the Soleil method where you can make salt water and add a little bit of salt water to a glass of water. That works really good. And my guess is that the pickle juice is really, really high in sodium. Right?
Probably.
That'd be my guess, which is probably why it's so
guessing.
hydrating. Yeah. So a trick is like, let's say you're getting purified water and let's say you're getting distilled water. Okay, distilled water is great. It's super clean. I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking distilled water. I think it's the best. If you wanted to add a teaspoon of salt into like a gallon of distilled water, that would be good. That would help with hydration.
I still put distilled water in my iron.
In your iron. Oh, in your iron. Yeah. Well, because then you don't get the mineral buildup.
Right.
Exactly. Well, same in your body, right?
Exactly.
You drink tap water and you're going to get, calcified, right? You're going to get that mineral deposit buildup like you get in your dishwasher or in your washing machine. You know how you get those thick mineral deposits?
Yep.
People got that stuff building up in their bodies.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, my guess on that is hydration related to salt, but you can easily just put a pinch of salt in your water, put a teaspoon in a gallon of water, or take electrolyte minerals or something like that. But that's my guess there.
Okay, so since we only have 3 minutes left, I want to get to this question because I'll tell you a quick story I saw on it. But we'll get to that when we come back. But on this question, would you recommend a stomach cleanse or a colon cleanse for chronic stomach pains?
Yeah, so first of all...
You have both.
Well, it might sound funny, but I would ask people to make sure they know where their stomach is. Because around your belly button is your small intestines. Your stomach is higher up, closer to your rib cage. So if the pain is truly in your stomach around your rib cage, then you might get checked. Like you might see if you have H. pylori or maybe there's parasites. And I would have to ask people a lot of questions. Is it related to a certain food you eat? It is a certain time of the day. You know, what triggers it? Does it happen at night? Are you having acid reflux? So it's not a super easy question to answer. If it's happening all the time, I would suspect there's some type of an infection. And the first thing I'd look for is H. pylori, which is a pretty nasty bacteria that can be in the stomach. And it can really negatively affect digestion. So you would take some digestive enzymes. You could check your stomach acid to see if you have low stomach acid. The quickest fix would be to eat cooked foods. They're easier to digest. So soups, steamed vegetables. You know, we've been talking about the kefir a little bit, right? Like try kefir. See if something with a lot of probiotics helps soothe your stomach. So those would be some things to try, but that would take a little more digging because there can be a lot of different reasons people have stomach pain.
And we can't do any diagnosis on this show. I mean, you can give your recommendations.
Well, we can on the show, right? We're not going to get in trouble here.
No. But what I mean is every person's different.
Oh, totally. You got to ask questions.
You have to know. Yeah.
And we do it to answer the question. We have a colon cleanse. We have a Spirit of Health 10-day colon cleanse. We have one called the NB Pure colon cleanse, which is super easy because it's only 3 things. And so if you're not sure, do a colon cleanse, do a parasite cleanse. Right? See how much progress you make with those. See if you still have the problem. And if you do, like, hey, we got to keep digging. But there's a good chance that, like, there's something needs to get cleaned out there, and those things might help.
It sounds like could also be like, and I could be totally wrong because I'm not a doctor, but inflammation in the small intestine.
Right. So if it's more around the belly button, if it's lower down, then that's small intestine and people can have inflammation there. And if there's a lot of pain there all the time, then I would absolutely say there's probably an infection. You probably should do a parasite cleanse. There could be a bacterial issue going on, something like that. I forgot to mention in the stomach, again, if it's higher up, people do have ulcers and don't know it.
Oh, yeah.
So ulcers would be you're really sensitive to anything acidic. Coffee, tea, tomatoes, citrus, chocolate, spicy foods, right? If those are a trigger, there could be an ulcer. So that's another thing to consider.
Yeah, so but that's why vinegar is really good for your body.
Well,
and there's a
apple
drink.
cider vinegar.
Yeah.
I don't think white distilled vinegar is necessarily good for us.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like eating sauerkraut.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sauerkraut.
Fermented,
yes.
whatever is
sauerkraut,
good.
fermented foods, the ones in the refrigerator, not the ones on the shelf. You want the living bacteria.
Not the ones what?
Not the ones on the shelf. You can buy sauerkraut on the shelf that's shelf stable. Those do not have the good bacteria in them.
What do you want then?
The one in the refrigerated section.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. I did not know that.
Yeah, you want the living one, not the dead one.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to continue with your questions. I'm Lawrence from the Spirit of Health. They've been out at 5901 Main Street in Grandview for, I think they just had their 10 years.
We're 11 years now.
Oh, 11 years now?
Yep, March 21st was 11 years.
And you started in OP.
Overland Park, yep.
And then moved out to Grandview.
We were at 75th and I-35, right across from Shawnee Mission Medical Center for about 5 years. So I've been
You
in
have
business.
more space where you are
now.
now.
Oh, yeah, much more space. I mean, we could use more space, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
We've been in business 16 years now.
And if you, when we're talking with, it's spiritofhealthkc.com. And if you want more information on some of the things we discuss on this show, it's very, very easy you can call up your people there if you want to call them.
You can talk to a human. You don't have to talk to AI. You actually get to talk to a person.
Right. And so you can call them at 816-492-5648 if you have any questions or you're not really sure which one to get online. Make sure you get the right one. You don't want to be guessing.
No, yeah, ask questions.
Yeah.
Tell people what you got going on, what you need help with. Like, we will help you.
But if you can, go out to the store.
Yeah, it's better to see it in person and talk to somebody for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kombucha.
Kombucha? Kumbaya? Kombucha.
Is that good for you?
It is. It's a fermented drink. It is good for the gut. It's got probiotics and B vitamins in it. I do not recommend it for people that have mold.
Oh, and you wouldn't know if you had mold.
Well, unless you know.
Unless you get tested.
Unless you test it, yeah. So if people have a fungal or mold overgrowth, I do not recommend kombucha. It's called a wild fermentation. If you have mold or fungus, you don't want wine, you don't want beer, and you don't want kombucha. But what you can do is you can do the kefir, the fermented vegetables, the sauerkraut, the kimchi, the apple cider vinegar. All of those things would be good.
Okay.
So kombucha is good for most people.
Right.
Not all.
Right.
Yeah.
And the mold test, see if you have it, is a urine test.
It's a urine test, yep. And that information is right on our website. If you go to our website, spiritofhealthkc.com, go to Services Lab Testing, you can actually see all the labs we offer. You can see samples of each lab, sample reports, what they look like. It's all on there.
And if you're looking for something like that, talk to somebody, or just walk into the store. Mm-hmm. The staff is very educated.
Absolutely.
For all your they have all these wild crafted
herbs, yeah,
or organic herbs, both.
Yep, both.
And there's a book. I swear it's like 2.5 inches thick with everyone on there and what they can do.
Yeah, so we have an herb book, and so all the herbs we carry, you can open it up and see, acerola cherry. What does it do? What's the nutrient profile? What's it used for? What are the benefits?
Because if you're just looking at it, most people, including me, wouldn't know what that was.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Got to get educated.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, this person says that I saw a new ad for a depression drug, and the side effects were just too much for me to take. And I actually saw the ad myself after I got the question from the listener, and it is scary. I felt depressed just watching that.
Oh, my gosh.
It is really scary stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not even sure how it works.
Right. And they say that they don't know how it works.
We're not really sure how it works on the brain.
Wow. Yeah, it's scary.
You don't know what side effects are.
There's a lot of things, but I'm going to mention one thing. If you're out there and you're struggling, you have no idea what to do or try. There's a lot of things, but one thing that's new that is really, really working and helping for people, and it sounds so simple because you'd never think of it because it's a spice people use. It's saffron.
Saffron.
You can buy saffron as a supplement, and it is miraculous for depression, anxiety. I'm giving it to kids with ADD, ADHD. They're more calm. They're more focused. It's pretty mind-blowing. We actually have a...
and it's natural.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's just saffron. We have a new probiotic called I think it's called Gut Brain Reset. I think that's the name of it. It's Microbiome Labs. It's called Gut Brain Reset. And it's got probiotics with the saffron in it. And it is specifically designed to help people by healing their gut, help reduce depression and anxiety. So I'm kind of mentioning that related to the commercial you mentioned.
Yeah.
The commercial is, some guy in a chemistry lab playing with chemicals made out of coal tar, forcing these chemical reactions that they don't even understand on the brain. And the real problem is probably in their gut. And maybe it's related to their diet. Maybe they have mold, right? Maybe they have some infectious disease. Maybe they have anxiety because of magnesium deficiency. I mean, there can be all kinds of things going on with people.
What are the parasites called that you can't see? You know what I mean? Like
protozoan parasites.
Protozoan.
Yes, the little small parasites. Yeah, so parasites affect the brain, mold affects the brain, all kinds of things. So do a parasite cleanse. Come see Spirit of Health and do some lab testing. Try the saffron. Try the gut brain reset. Try ME support. It's called mental emotional support. I've had a lot of good success with that one. Come into our store. Try some things naturally before you try some experimental drug that can make you worse or harm you. And don't be a guinea pig for the pharmaceutical industry. Really, that's what we are.
Especially since they don't know how it works.
No, and they want people to be the guinea pigs. And then if something happens to you, there's no liability. There's no recourse. There's nothing nothing you can do about it.
No.
Yeah, so it's just yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get worked up about it because I get worked up about it all the time. But we got to get back to God's natural solutions, which come from nature. The man in the lab coat has to go.
The saffron comes in a pill.
Yes, saffron is a supplement that comes in a pill.
And I want to mention that you don't have to go out there. I do enjoy the beef liver and things, but that's just me. A lot of people don't like it.
Most people would rather do it in a supplement than eat liver.
And you have the supplements.
Yep, you can get beef liver capsules from New Zealand, 100% grass-fed cow. They're very healthy. Heart and Soil, I think, has the best, what are called protomorphogens, but they are glandulars. So if you want to do kidney, spleen, heart, you can do it all. You can
really?
Yeah, we have supplements that have all the organs in it. You can even buy...
All together?
Yeah, you can even buy, it's called Pluck, P-L-U-C-K, Pluck. You can actually get spices and seasonings you put on your food that's all from organs, even brain, even cow brain. It'll make you smarter. Seriously, we give it to our kids. They put it on eggs. They put it in their soup.
And it's just a spice?
It's spices mixed with the organs. So you get the benefits of the nutrients from the organs without having to taste them.
And you don't have to tell your kids.
They won't even know.
Yeah.
One's garlic, one's cinnamon. You would never know that there's organs in it.
Yeah. So is the brain, is that good for you?
Oh, extremely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in Chinese medicine, there's a concept of like cures like. And basically, whatever your ailment is, that's what you consume. So if you have a liver problem, you eat liver. If you have a brain problem, you eat brain. You have a kidney problem, you eat kidney, etc. And that's 5,000 years of Chinese medicine.
What is the beef pill? What's it called?
Beef liver.
Yeah. Oh, that's what the pill is?
Yeah, it's just beef liver capsules. I mean, there's brands, right? There's Enviromedica, there's North American Herb and Spice.
I mean, the one on
Heart
your
and Soil.
website.
Oh, yeah, we have all those. We have Heart and Soil, North American Herb and Spice, and Enviromedica. I think the Heart and Soil stuff is like supreme. The reality is, though, just if we're going to be honest, I think they all pretty much come from the same place. I mean, I could be wrong.
Right.
But, New Zealand is the only, this is sad, by the way, really sad. New Zealand is like the only place in the world that's been, for the most part, untouched by man-made chemicals and poisons, which is why the grass-fed cows there are so highly sought after. Like deer antler is a supplement I get. I get it from...
Deer antler?
Yep, I get it from deer from New Zealand. People want their organs from cows from New Zealand. And so there's something about New Zealand that's been able to stay fairly clean and pristine compared to the rest of the world.
Okay, I don't know if we have time for this one. Well, okay, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back to answering a couple more of these questions when we get back on This is Kansas City.
Rising prices make it tough to run a business today, so if you're tired of spending so much money on credit card processing and wondered what happened to customer service, check out Evolve KC's point of sale solutions. They're available for restaurants and retail, and they turn daunting operations into a simple, streamlined process with local in-person customer service. You'll find them in Overland Park, and they're a local family business. Go to goevolvekc.com. That's goevolvekc.com. Time to start saving money with Evolve KC, your partner in today's business world.
Blue Springs, set your alarm. The Blue Springs Fireworks Stand opens at 12:01 a.m. on July 1st, and if you love fireworks and great deals, you'll want to be first in line. We're open 24 hours, but inventory moves fast, so don't wait. Grab a bag, stock up on your favorites, and kick off your 4th of July celebration before the sun even comes up. Located at Cornerstone Church of Blue Springs, 301 Southeast AA Highway. Midnight fireworks shopping just hits different.
Rieger was named the best craft bourbon maker in the United States in the biggest blind whiskey tasting competition in the country. At Rieger, we brought in the former heads of Maker's Mark and Tanqueray to produce spirits locally with the quality to distribute nationally. When you pick up a bottle of Rieger at your local liquor store or ask for Rieger in your favorite cocktail at your neighborhood bar or restaurant, you're joining a growing fan base locally and across the country that recognizes Rieger's unmatched quality and value. Supporting Kansas City has never been easier. Remember to order Rieger.
Okay, so we're back on This is Kansas City, joined by the Spirit of Health with Dr. Vaughn Lawrence, trying to answer some of your questions. And again, I apologize because we're not going to get to most of, we're not going to get to a whole lot of these because we're running out of time in this show. But you're on a couple of times a month.
Yeah, usually we do about twice a month. So I think we got a couple scheduled for July.
We do.
I forgot.
Well, we're
31st and 17th.
Yes.
July 17th and July 31st.
Right. Okay. So we'll get back to answering some of these and maybe go on I'm going to do a broadcast out at Spirit of Health sometime
like a
in July.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, just a walkthrough so you get a better idea. More of a mental image of what I'm seeing. So since we're not on TV, but this person writes, since natural remedies are highly diluted, ? Is that true?
Yeah, I have no idea what they mean by that, so I'd probably want clarification or what they mean by that, and so therefore I could answer it so many different ways. One way I would answer it is that not all supplements are created equal, right? We talk all the time about quality, and I say all the time, like, hey, I would not trust a big box store. I wouldn't trust Costco and Walmart and Walgreens. For supplements, they're mostly owned by pharmaceutical companies. They're mostly petrochemical, coal tar based, which is the same thing pharmaceutical drugs come from. So I think quality matters. My motto, or one of the things I say all the time, is how do we get things as close to the way God created them as possible? Who's taking things out of nature and putting it into a bottle unprocessed? So we're doing that, anything that's Spirit of Health. North American Urban Spice is doing that. And there's plenty of other companies, too, where they are just super, super high quality. They don't put junk in there, and they get it from good sources. And so Heart and Soil's another one. So you want companies that really, really care about quality. So I don't know what they mean by diluted. I'm sure there's all kinds of junk and trash and cheap supplements out there. You even have to be careful on Amazon. There's people literally calling a product XYZ and not even putting that in the bottle and selling it. I mean, basically scammers. So
because it's not regulated.
It's not regulated. And so that's one of the arguments about the natural health industry. Oh, it's not regulated. Okay, you're right. It's not. So you better know what you're buying and who you're buying it from.
Exactly.
Right? So there's a reason we've been in business for 16 years, right? People trust our quality. People trust that I am going to only carry the best. If anybody's been with me for a while, you'll know that I've let go of 15, 20 companies. When New Chapter got bought by Nestle, I dropped them.
Yeah.
When Renew Life got bought by Clorox.
Oh, my God.
Clorox, a bleach company, bought a probiotic company. I mean, what a joke. So I dropped them.
Yeah.
So you know what? I really, really care that you're getting only the best stuff.
What are the guidelines for a patient who wants to use natural alongside conventional medical treatments?
So
are there certain guidelines?
Using medications and natural supplements simultaneously.
Correct.
The general rule of thumb is 2 hours.
Okay.
So if you're taking a pharmaceutical drug, don't take any natural supplement 2 hours before or after. So like a 2 hour window, basically. Right. So I tell people if there's a medication that you have to take and that's what you take every morning when you wake up, then take your supplements in the afternoon or the evening. Right.
At least 2 hours later.
At least 2 hours. So just space them out, general rule of thumb, because we always talk about contraindications and can there be reactions? And yes, I mean, chemistry is chemistry. Chemistry is real. So there can be reactions with things that we don't understand. And so that's why you should space them out. I wish doctors actually knew this and cared about this and practiced this. We talk about that in natural health like it's a big deal. The reality is doctors have people on 12, 14, 16 medications and zero clue on the interactions. And sad to say, hardly do they even care. I've seen so many people that are on multiple medications and 90% of their problems is caused by the medication. And they don't even know it. And the doctor doesn't help them or they deny it. I'm the one that has to figure it out.
And they scare you by saying, don't stop this medication.
Oh, yeah. If you stop this, you'll have a heart attack or you'll die. Or it's just so much fear-based junk, honestly.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Conventional medicine uses lab tests and imaging to track disease. I know the answer to this one. What diagnostic tools or biomarkers do you use to verify that a condition is improving? We talked about this. I think.
No, it's a very good question. It's the same thing. And in fact, I would say we have a lot more tools than the medical system. Okay, so let me give a plug for good things in the medical system because I rail on the medical system a lot, right?
Right.
So I will always continue to say there's nothing wrong with diagnostic tools and getting information. There's a time and a place where an MRI or a CAT scan or a PET scan or a sonogram or an ultrasound or an X-ray, right? There's a place where those things are helpful. I don't have those tools.
Right.
I have, I had a serious shoulder problem. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I went and got an X-ray and an MRI. I want to know what's going on. So there's nothing wrong with getting information. Okay, I have no issue with that. So, but besides those scans that I mentioned, what is the gold standard of the medical industry? It's blood work. Everything's blood work.
Yes.
Right? And then you were getting ready to say pharmaceutical drugs. Mm-hmm. That's their treatment.
Right.
So it's blood work, pharmaceutical drugs. Blood work, pharmaceutical drugs. So I would argue that we actually have a lot more tools available. one, we have blood work, but we check way more markers than any medical doctor is ever going to check. So we get a lot more comprehensive look at your body and what's going on in your blood. But we also check urine, hair, stool. We're checking for environmental toxins, mold, Lyme disease, parasites, uranium and radioactive materials. I mean, on and on and on and on. So we actually have great diagnostic tools to check for toxins and poisons and deficiencies, right? We've talked about that. Mm-hmm. Are you low in B vitamins? Are you low in magnesium? Like those chronic deficiencies can radically affect people's health. And so we have the tools to check that. And then the proof is in the pudding, right? Somebody gets blood work. Hey, do this for 3 months, take these supplements, they get blood work again, and things dramatically change and improve. Well, there's your diagnostic proof right there.
Right. You have proof.
You have proof. And I have case studies I've created. I can show before and after labs on everything you can possibly imagine. People reversing diabetes, people reversing rheumatoid arthritis, you name it. Like, we've seen it reversed.
Right. From the text line, just to be quick on this one.
Yeah.
Because we have a couple minutes, but just on the text line, interesting fact, the American Indians used to eat deer liver.
Yeah.
That's what the hunters and all that would use.
Anybody who hunted and killed an animal would eat the whole animal.
Yeah.
And the organs were actually the most valued.
Right.
Because they were known to have the most dense nutrition.
And we're talking about knowing that 200 to 500 years ago.
Study, there's a great book, if anybody out there wants to read a really good book, called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. It was written by Dr. Weston A. Price in the early 1900s. I won't get into the whole story of it. But basically, ancient cultures not only used the entire animal, but they would save the organs for women who were pregnant. And they would feed those organs to the pregnant women to maximize their nutrition so that they would have the healthiest children. Compare that to our culture today.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Right. We eat fast food, junk food. You don't even think about what we're eating.
It's hard to think what we do to our bodies. We're killing our bodies.
Yeah. Well, and what kind of start are we giving our children?
Yes, exactly.
Even us, with all the stuff we do and we know and we try, we've had health issues with our children.
They're giving them chicken nuggets.
I ain't going to pretend like our children are somehow immune to this broken world. Like, they have issues too we've had to work through, and we have to fix it. We have to reverse it one generation at a time.
Thanks for coming in, Dr. Vaughn. And Spirit of Health, thanks you for being here. spiritofhealthkc.com for more information if you missed any part of the show. We'll be back next week on This is Kansas City, 2 to 3 weekdays.